We are ready, main event time here when Stars Collide 2, and there he is, WWE legend Matt Hardy comes to FSW, and he's going right for the No Limits title.
Yeah, how does he get a No Limits title match?
A man of his stature, he has beaten some of the greatest in pro wrestling history, Disco Inferno.
Well,
what are you talking
you
about?
You guys kind of like just opened up the vault for this guy, you know, when he came in. And, you know,
when your buddy Kevin Nash came to When Stars Collide 1 and got a title shot at Tyshawn Prince, I didn't hear you crying about that one.
Well, Kevin is a former world champion. I mean, Joe, it's common sense. I mean, you know, Kevin is a former world champion in 2 different organizations.
Well, if you look at the crowd standing on its feet waiting for Matt Hardy to throw the T-shirt to him, maybe if those wrestlers had people standing on their feet when they were throwing out their T-shirt,
so what you're
they
saying,
would
like,
be rewarded
if
for
they
that.
get a reaction like this, like what we're seeing right now, it's a bedlam.
Bedlam for a T-shirt.
And
a sweaty T-shirt.
Right, a sweaty T-shirt that, like, maybe they would have something to, like, you know, maybe they could talk. You know, but right now maybe they should just shut their mouths, learn their craft, and improve, and maybe hope one day they can be like this.
And be happy that they're on a show
right, yeah,
with
exactly.
Matt Hardy.
Right, exactly.
And Disco Inferno
and
Kenny King.
And maybe someday they'll be able to wrestle and bring their hot wife to the ring with them, and, you know, get a big pop in the crowd for throwing a T-shirt, and have, you know, having the
carte blanche when you come to town.
Carte blanche, just whatever. You have the limousine rides and, you know,
Italian dinners to go to see the Blue Man Group. Carte blanche.
It's just ridiculous here. And poor Bryce Harrison, a lunch pail guy, hard-working. Basically, you just put him in front of the Matt Hardy tidal wave, and just like hoping like maybe he's just going to get, you know, washed off the beach and, you know, washed in shore, just like he's going to be done with.
You know, Bryce Harrison, a man who started at FSW, lasted about 30 seconds in a fray match back in 2010 in Silver Nugget, and look at him now, by working hard.
Those fray matches. Why are you bringing up memories like that, the fray matches?
Are you not a fan, Disco?
Not a fan at all.
Well, here we are ready to get things started. And I got to thank Matt Hardy. He gave us an opportunity to talk about a lot of things before the match started.
We got a lot of kids in the crowd here. Like, look at that kid right there in the front row, filled with kids. FSW.
Yes.
They love wrestling, don't they? I'm going to say this. I think maybe like Reba Sky a little inappropriate with her attire tonight. You know, maybe the shorts are a little bit, you know, could be a little bit lower on
it's
the
okay, PG-13, Disco. PG-13. And listen to the crowd. Matt Hardy just shoves Bryce Harrison, and the crowd is going crazy.
Boy, I wonder if some of the guys in the back that think that they're over are like watching this through the curtain and you know, thinking like, you know, maybe, wow, how come the fans don't react like that when I wrestle?
Slap to the face as Bryce shoves Matt Hardy, and he's mocking Bryce Harrison.
Definite size advantage here. I think Matt Hardy's got a little bit, got some size on him, but let's admit it. Matt Hardy is, I don't really know what you want to call him. He's kind of he was kind of like me a little bit, tweener.
Yes.
You know, he can match up with the heavyweights, match up with the high flyers, obviously. So he's one of those guys that basically can represent a fair fight for anybody. Okay, but
correct.
He
a little more grounded now.
Right, but I would be remiss to say that he's obviously probably fought way fewer guys that are smaller in stature, much like the Bryce Harrisons, than he has bigger guys.
Correct.
Because Matt Hardy's the type of guy that likes to go after the big boys.
Yes.
So I think that possibly, you know, Matt Hardy, he's not a young pup. You know, he's getting a little bit up there in age and everything. That Bryce Harrison's speed and quickness might actually be advantageous to him this match and might actually have an edge over Matt Hardy here. Would you agree with that?
In certain degrees, I do agree with you. Bryce Harrison, one of the best technical wrestlers here in FSW, and as we said, gone toe-to-toe with some of the best in the business, and I don't see it to be any different. You know, there was a time when Bryce Harrison might have been intimidated, but I don't believe that is the case anymore. I don't think he looks at Matt Hardy and says, I can't believe I'm in the ring with Matt Hardy.
No, I've had discussions with Bryce Harrison about this. I mean, he's not scared of anybody. I'll be honest with you, man. You know, over the past couple of years, I've had discussions with this guy. He's asked me for knowledge and stuff and everything. And, you know, you have to, and we've seen this, you need to believe that you're better than the other guy, no matter who it is.
Absolutely.
Okay, regardless of where where you are in the business and where you like, he's not in WWE. This is future stars of wrestling. They're trying to progress. But, like, Bryce Harrison's got the mindset that if he were to go to the WWE today, that he could step onto television and compete with anybody and would not be intimidated.
And I agree 100% that he could. And I go back to when Bryce Harrison did wrestle Austin Aries. I felt that the reason he did lose the match was that he was intimidated by Austin Aries, and he felt like he was in there with a big star, and he may have not been good enough at that point.
Right. Well, here's a problem. Here's the one mindset that these guys have to get out of their head, okay, is that you don't want to go begging, looking for work. You don't want to be like the guy that's like, hanging around, trying to be seen, like making too much of an effort to try to get people to notice you. Your work should be good enough that the people come after you. That you want them to like come find you, get you, that they know who you are. They want you to be part of their organizations. So I was always under the mindset that guys like that had that type of confidence were the guys that succeeded in the business.
And right now they're going back and forth, and there is a nice shoulder block by Matt Hardy.
He's having a rough time here. All right, let's just be honest. Maybe it is he's a little bit gun shy here because the big reaction that Matt Hardy's getting. But Bryce Harrison, obviously, nothing's working right now. Matt Hardy's two steps ahead of him. I'd be remiss to say
at the moment. But Bryce, being the smart
Can
wrestler,
we get this kid to sit down? This kid right here in the middle, number 13. Doesn't he have a seat? It's really distracting me, Joe.
I understand that, Disco.
Where's the kid's seat? Can he get a seat, Joe?
It's possible. It looks like he might be getting in one right now. As Bryce
what an undisciplined kid. What type of parent would let your son be this type of act like I don't know how old the kid is, but I think the kid's a jackass. He's running around here, jumping around, ruining our camera angles.
And Bryce Harrison,
nice
kick to the midsection, takes down Matt Hardy.
Yeah, well, he realized
he took some time. He went outside. He regained his thoughts.
Kicked him. Matt Hardy's out wrestling him. Technically wrestling him. So what did he do?
He took a break, and then he kicked him in the stomach.
And that usually
always slows a guy down.
Can knock the wind out of you if you kick hard.
Oh, and look at this. The referee was trying to break them up, and Bryce came over with the left over the top.
Very clever. Boom.
And now he's putting himself in a little more position to succeed.
Yes.
But Matt Hardy reverses it and takes down Bryce Harrison once again. Hardy with the weight advantage.
I just noticed something here, okay? And I see things like this that you don't see, okay? Why is this paparazzi at ringside, all these people that are so excited to see Matt Hardy here today? How come whenever Matt Hardy is in an offensive position, they come into the ring apron and get the close-up shots, and whenever Bryce Harrison is on top, they kind of like just walk away and sit down?
I didn't notice that.
I did, okay? And this is the things that I'm looking for, and this just shows like the type of disrespect that Bryce Harrison gets when you compare him to a guy like Matt Hardy.
Big right hand by Matt Hardy outside the ring. And once again, Matt Hardy, he is just pounding away at Bryce Harrison. And unfortunately for Bryce, he doesn't seem to have an answer yet.
Yeah, and then look, Bryce Harrison's got to, he's sitting here ringside, and he's got to look up and look at the guy's wife while the guy's kicking his ass. I think that's kind of unfair. Do you think that's fair?
Well, Rebby comes out with Matt, and that's, she is his valet.
She's his wife,
that
right?
Too. That
okay,
too.
Well, that's what I mean. I think the wife part would supersede the fact that she's the valet. For God's sakes.
And Matt Hardy.
Let me ask you a question. If Phil Jackson becomes coach of the Knicks, is Jeannie Buss going to be sitting on the side on the bench with them, cheering him on?
Well, in wrestling, there are a lot of managers. And look at this. Bryce
pitches
out Matt Hardy, and Rebby goes over to make sure Matt is okay.
Right, and you got your wife there. She's giving him a massage. She's making him a bowl of soup. Come on, this is ridiculous. There we go, Bryce. Go up top.
And Matt Hardy, he is going on top.
Nice.
And he doesn't care that Rebby Sky was right next to Matt.
Absolutely. Good for him. If she wants to stick her nose in there, she's got to know that she can get hurt too. Good job, Bryce.
Luckily for Rebby Sky, Matt Hardy fell to the side and not forward and landed on top of him.
And I'll tell you what, this is another thing that I've noticed because I'm very intelligent, is that notice the amount of space we have at ringside here as compared to the FSW arena.
Yes, sir.
Definitely advantageous to a guy like Bryce Harrison who can expand his aerial arsenal.
And again, as the No Limits champion, he does not have to win the match by pinfall. He cannot lose the title if he gets counted out.
Right.
If he gets disqualified.
Yeah, but he wants to win. I mean, Bryce Harris is smart enough to know that a big W over Matt Hardy right now is really going to boost his career. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Looks great on the resume. He's been the No Limits champion for a while now, and he has been very, very successful. You know, a lot of times people say once you become the champ, sometimes you just become better, and the confidence level has really taken off. And Bryce Harrison really has a big ego now.
Well, I could give you, we could talk about that for an hour with me talking from experience on what it's like to be a champion and the confidence that it gives you, because I was a two-time WCW television
They
champion.
are up to 8, Disco.
Also, they're going to get counted out and win this match.
There is 9.
Oh, my God. Did Rebby throw him in there? Did she assist to get him back in the ring?
Just a little pat on the back, Disco. A little pat on the back.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
And Matt Hardy on his knees, and it looks like Bryce Harrison, he is choking him out under the second rope.
And we finally got this paparazzi at ringside to take some photos of Bryce Harrison on offense.
And right now he is in control of the matchup.
There we go.
He's trying to get Hardy up until it looks like a butterfly suplex.
No, that's not smart, Bryce. Keep him grounded. There we go. Take him down and work him. There we go. Smart.
And now he's working the arm bar.
Nice.
And he is working on Matt Hardy, trying to wear him down.
Yeah, I don't know. This move right here, I'm not sure about that. This is very effective in what it needs to accomplish.
You know, Matt Hardy drops back a little. Bryce could end up getting pinned.
Bryce needs to go back to the kicking in the stomach thing that was working earlier for him. Would you agree with that?
Well, I think he's trying to wear out Matt. Obviously, maybe the...
now he's getting pinned here.
1, 2, just what I said.
Oh, my God.
Disco
What a
Inferno.
horrible way that would have been to lose a match. What an embarrassment that would have been, right, Joe?
Usually you don't get pinned when you're on the offensive. Kind of rare.
Very rare. Oh, no. Now look at this.
And Matt Hardy pounding on the hand of Bryce Harris.
See, you know what that is right there?
A veteran trick right there.
This is that he regressed into the old school thing of where he learned to, when he used to be with Remy Marcel, and Remy Marcel liked to train guys to wrestle and ground attack, and wrestle around everything. And look at where it got him. And there we go. Now he's right back on offense. Russian leg sweep, one of my favorite maneuvers.
Yes, and there's Rebby trying to encourage Matt. It's a 2 count.
Well, Rebby needs to stay outside the ring ropes, and she needs to stay off the apron. She's a little bit too close for me.
And right now, Matt Hardy
go.
goes down once again by the ropes, but his foot is underneath it, and the referee intelligently doesn't count.
Matt Hardy reminds me of a lot of John Morrison, doesn't he? Same type of style, the way what they wear, their appearance. Would you agree with that?
A little bit.
Boy, did a light bulb just go off in your head? Are we going to see maybe John Morrison and Matt Hardy teaming up and going after the tag team titles
That
in
could
their
happen.
first match ever in FSW? You'd love that, wouldn't you?
You never know.
The crowd going crazy, cheering, screaming, right? You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Looking to bring in the best of the best, and look at this. Oh, into
Ooh,
the
nice.
bottom of the rope. Throat first, Matt Hardy. And it looks like Bryce is kind of mocking at Rebby.
And Rebby's having a conniption fit over there at ringside. What's going on there?
She's,
Look at that.
she's concerned for her man.
Have you noticed how quiet it's gotten here now within the arena? The fans are kind of like they're a little upset about the treatment that Matt Hardy's getting right now. They're not so in that maniacal frenzy they were earlier when he came to the ring.
They are not, as Bryce has slowed down the pace, which you would think would benefit Matt Hardy.
Boom, with a big knee.
But he is working methodically on taking down Matt.
And effectively.
Trying to retain the No Limits title here, going for the cover. 1, and almost a 2 count, but Matt Hardy kicks out. You're not going to beat Matt Hardy that way.
Of course not. Of course not. See, he's Bryce is having in this match, what do I want to say? A strategic he's at a strategic fault here. I mean, he's not making the correct decisions.
He seems to like he wants to tap out Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I don't know why he would want to do that. I mean, me personally, you've got Matt Hardy in a disadvantageous position, and the kick to the stomach was working pretty good earlier, that maybe more of a ground and pound would work effectively as opposed to just like trying to work a body part. Would you agree with that?
You know, especially with the weight advantage and size that Matt Hardy
so
has.
Look, you just, I mean, like you're trying to out-wrestle Matt Hardy, you're wrestling a guy that's outweighing you by about 20 pounds. There we're going to see that. See how much more effective that is, Joe.
Right, because Matt Hardy is stronger than Bryce Harrison, so if he has him on the ground, that's when he needs to take advantage of the situation.
Yes.
And look at this. Hardy's trying to get him, and he got him. 1, 2.
Whoa. Ooh, there we go. And the kick to the stomach again, Joe. A very effective move for Bryce Harrison. I know it sounds simplistic, but if it works, continue.
Well,
Keep kicking him.
If you look at that move, it was a desperation move, and he didn't think about it. He just reacted.
I mean, let's be honest, Joe. You watch the UFC, and guys, they're kicking the guy. It's working. What do?
Keep kicking him.
Continue. If it's working, continue.
And now it looks like Bryce starting to manhandle Matt Hardy.
But he needs to stay on him. See what he's doing? He's giving him recovery time. I don't know what's going on with Bryce. Come on, Bryce. Wake up. Oh, and Matt Hardy, realizing that he's completely outclassed in this match, decided to just clock the referee and try and get himself disqualified.
Absolutely not. The referee was standing there. Bryce Harrison ducked, and Matt Hardy nailed him.
What are you, crazy?
And he hits him with the bulldog. Where's the ref?
So he knocked the ref out because he thought he was going to lose the match. What do you think happened to the ref?
And Matt Hardy's got him up with the side effect.
Well, he's going to be disqualified. This
and
match is
look
going
at
to be
this.
over.
1, 2, 3,
No,
4.
Joe, stop counting, Joe. He knocked out the referee. He's going to be disqualified. The match is going to be over. Ring the bell, ref. Let's get another referee in here to ring the bell and disqualify Matt Hardy. Why would he do? What a ripoff. You bring this guy in, you open the bank for him, he comes into this match, and he tries to get himself disqualified.
We got a second ref.
Oh, no. This is not fair. He's on top of Bryce Harrison now.
And Matt Hardy, he is setting him up for the twist of fate.
He reversed it. No, and he got him again.
This could be it. New champion. 1, 2.
No, Bryce Harrison kicked out. What intestinal fortitude by Bryce Harrison.
And it looked like Matt Hardy was going to become the new No Limits champion.
I think this match is going to be over when that referee wakes up and realizes that Matt Hardy clocked him and knocked him out for no reason.
It was obviously an accident.
It was not obvious. It was obviously on purpose, Joe.
He was looking to knock out Bryce Harrison, and he moved.
You're such a liar.
And Bryce is trying to fight him off, but Hardy has got him again. And look at this. What is Bryce doing?
Oh, what a move by Bryce Harrison.
The referee was blinded.
What a
Bryce
brilliant
might have
move.
cost himself by putting the referee in that position.
Well, he used the referee's being out of position to gain advantage to give Matt Hardy a low blow while the referee couldn't see it. Since when is this guy the referee anyway?
And listen to the crowd. They are chanting for Matt Hardy. They want him to walk away with the gold. And what is Bryce Harrison doing?
I don't know.
He is going under the ring. He is looking for something.
He's got something in his hand.
And
now he's in an argument with Rebby Sky. Wait, I think the Bryce has something in his hand. I can't see it.
You know, he creeped on her earlier when she.
What are you talking about?
The
now
Magic Mike Award.
Now Rebby Sky is in the ring, and Bryce has finally decided.
He's got the chair, and Matt Hardy just kicks him in the face.
He was bringing a chair to ringside for Rebby Sky to sit in.
This
and
is
Matt
going to
Hardy
be it.
kicked him.
1, 2, 3.
No, it's a 2 count. Another brilliant kick out by Bryce Harrison. Bryce Harrison had a chair for Rebby Sky to sit at ringside because he was sick and tired of her standing up and running around, distracting him. And then Matt Hardy, what a disgraceful display of sportsmanship, kicked him right in the chair to hit him in the head.
The biggest creep at the Jack Slammy Awards today, Bryce Harrison.
What are you talking about?
Creeping on Rebby Sky, and
no,
Matt Hardy
he
had to
wasn't.
make the save.
That's ridiculous.
And look at this. What a move as Bryce Harrison out of nowhere is able to nail the top rope.
How come nobody's coming out to attend to the referee that's been knocked out cold?
Well, right now we have a second ref, Disco Inferno. What do you want to do? We can't stop the match.
Well, I think we can.
And right now we got Bryce Harrison. He is perched
Here we go.
on the top rope. Oh, and look at that.
Oh, look at
humiliation.
that. The humiliated Matt Hardy.
And he nails him with the Hurricane Rana. And he may win this match.
What a lascivious move he put on him.
2, 3.
Hook the leg, Bryce. What are you doing? If he would have hooked the leg, Joe, he probably would have had him.
Matt Hardy kicks out at the last split second. Unbelievable action. No Limits title. And Bryce Harrison says now is the time. It is all over, Disco. He is going to go up top, and we've seen him do this before.
He stepped right on the referee to climb up. That referee needs to get out of the way. Why is nobody coming out to attend to the referee?
Oh, and he nails him with the headbutt.
Yes!
And
That's
once
it.
again, Bryce Harrison could
Hooks the
retain.
leg.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, come on, ref. Why are you counting so slow? I can't believe that we replaced the referee with this buffoon.
And here
What's
comes
going on?
Shelly Martinez.
What is she doing out here?
She had her issues with Rebby Sky earlier in the match, and it looks like she's trying to get to the aid of the referee.
That's a good idea. She needs to get the referee to wake up and disqualify Matt Hardy.
And right now, Bryce Harrison is arguing with the ref. He cannot believe it wasn't a 3 count, and he just nailed the ref.
Well, that's not really the referee. The referee's awake over there in the corner.
And Matt Hardy, twist of fate. Twist of fate, this could be it.
Wait a second.
But the referee is ringing the bell.
Yes.
What is going on? Chaos has ensued here.
Well, referee obviously is ringing the bell. Yes, he's making the correct decision, Joe. Matt Hardy clocked him earlier intentionally, punched him right in the face, and now he's disqualified Matt Hardy. Good decision for a change here in FSW.
And Shelly Martinez getting in the face, goes to smack Matt Hardy.
And Matt Hardy's abusing a woman.
And look at that, it's a spear.
No! It's a 2-on-1 attack on poor Shelly Martinez. She didn't do anything. Unbelievable.
And the referee has disqualified Matt Hardy, Disco Inferno.
But that's a surprise. That's a correct decision. He punched him right in the face, Joe. Be honest, Joe. If you were the referee and Matt Hardy punched you in the face, would you have disqualified
Bryce
him?
has got a mic.
And Alexander wept, for there were no more worlds, only big stars to conquer. And that's not hyperbole, it's just reality.
Bryce Harrison in the face of Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I got something to say. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, and Matt Hardy kicks Bryce Harrison in the midsection.
Come on!
And look at this, another twist of fate on top of the belt. And listen to this. I hear Brandon Gadsden's music. He's the man who won the Money in the Bank earlier. Is he going to cash
Wait
in?
a second! No way! This is ridiculous! No! Come
And
on,
there's
you
Gadsden
serious?
with the case.
No, do not do this. This is completely unfair,
Here
Joe.
comes Jacob Austin Young, and he gets clobbered with the case.
This is ridiculous. This is not the way the case is supposed to be used, Joe. This is not fair.
Look at this. Gadsden has him up.
No!
And down he goes. 1, 2, 3.
How can he? This is ridiculous. There's 2 other people in the ring and they're counting 3.
We have a new champion,
I
Disco
am protesting
Inferno.
this. I am protesting this, Joe. This is completely unfair. Brandon Gadsden, the referee, Matt Hardy, Reba Sky, they're all assholes, Joe. I'm sorry I'm using foul language, but that is not the way Bryce Harrison needs to be treated. This is completely unfair.
Cash in the case. Brandon Gadsden wins the ladder match earlier tonight, and he takes advantage, and he walks away with the gold.
I'm not going to stand for this. I'm going to go do something about this right now.